His professional record, an outstanding one. 34 victories, including 12 knockouts with only one defeat. Here is the fighting pride of Fort Worth, Texas, the two-time world champion, Paulie Ayala. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing white trimmed with black, and he officially weighed in also at 126 pounds. And he also has an outstanding professional record consisting of 41 victories, including 31 knockouts with only one defeat. Damas y caballeros, de la Zona Norte, Tijuana, Mexico, the former two-time world champion, El Terrible Erik Morales.
Ring center. Okay, fellas. Trunks are high on both sides. Any punch thrown in this area is considered a clean punch. Now, gentlemen, we went over the rules in the dressing room. I want you to protect yourself at all times. Keep the fight clean at all times. What I say, you must obey. Good luck. Touch gloves. Play Olympia.
Too many big men make big money simply because they're big in this sport. These guys are starting to make the big money because they fight big.
And that's good for boxing.
$1 million featherweights. They're popping out all over. And here now are two more. Round one begins. How aggressive will Morales be in pursuit of the spectacular knockout victory that he needs to differentiate himself from Barrera and Barrera's cautious, unanimous decision win over Tapia 2 weeks ago?
Well, he said he was going to be aggressive with his right hand, particularly, so I'm going to see if that happens. Either he's going to resort back to what he's been doing in most of his recent fights, which is basically boxing.
Morales has done well against southpaws in the past, partially, of course, because the straight right hand, usually thrown as an overhand right, is a big weapon in his attack.
Yeah, but the overhand right is not that effective when you fight a southpaw of the style that Paulie fights. He's got to shoot it straight through the middle, very straight punches right between Ayala's gloves.
And Erik sometimes has a tendency to loop his punches.
Yes,
if he does it, it helps Ayala.
It helps Ayala, and especially right here where it's a danger right here. Because in the past, for the most part, Morales has not fought that successfully with his back to the ropes.
Look at the supposedly smaller man leaning on Morales and pushing him into the ropes. Ayala, no doubt, was quite aware that Morales would put on a lot of weight between yesterday's weigh-in and tonight's fight. So the fact that he comes in having put on 13 pounds himself since the weigh-in suggests that maybe he did that to retaliate for what he knew would be the same thing on Morales.
Absolutely. And you know what also is, the difference between 1 pound, you can't tell. Sometimes the guy weigh in with their clothes on. Some women, they keep the shoes on even. They don't make you take your clothes off, so it's hard to really tell.
Morales weighed in for his underwear in this fight. Ayala was much more comfortable.
It's interesting for a guy that starved to make the weight to come in lighter than the other one who made the weight easy.
Sharp left hand by Paulie Ayala. He's landed a couple of power shots.
If the fight goes this way,
another straight left hand lands for Ayala. And Ayala once again bulls Morales into the ropes. Morales countering with a straight right hand that landed flush on Ayala's chin.
I think you heard Ayala.
The body punch knocks Ayala back 2 steps. Crowd chanting, Paulie, Paulie, Paulie. And Morales' fans don't like that.
I think the danger of punching both of these guys also may be the hooks, meaning Paulie Ayala's right hook and also the left hook of Morales.
Morales landing the crisper looking punches.
That's the way to go, baby. That's the way to go. There you go. Good round. Keep the pressure on him. When you're getting close to him, son, we need to work on the uppercuts and the body, okay? This guy is so slow from all that weight he lost, he can't even... I can see the shots as close as I am, son. This guy is nothing, okay? Now, you got an idea of what he can do, which is nothing. So how you feel? Okay, look, remember everything.
When we go to Morales' corner where they speak Spanish, our interpreter is Ray Torres.
When he comes at you, just move to the side. Lateral movement.
CompuBox numbers in round one. Erik Morales 18 out of 53. Paulie Ayala 10 out of 56. Morales landing 8 of 34 jabs. Ayala only 1 of his 18 jabs. Morales with the longer arms and the range. You expect him to win the jabbing contest.
And he's fighting very good. When he jabs, as Ayala is approaching him, he's jabbing and not just standing away. He's jabbing and backing away a lot at the same time. Keeping that distance.
Ayala more or less dispensing with the jab, stepping inside and firing power shots with both the right and the left hand.
Well, Ayala's going to try to crowd him into the ropes. And one of the other intangible factors, which may be a big factor, that I've noticed in recent fights, Morales has been getting swollen up and busted up in nearly every one of his fights, which sometimes can indicate that his skin and tissues are beginning to give a lot.
Against a lesser fighter, Korean Injin Chi, Morales' left eye swelled completely shut.
Yes, he's been in most of his recent, even with Barrera, I think, the second fight also. So that could be a factor, too, going down the line.
In fact, the degree to which his face was marked up compared to that of Barrera may have helped judges to give Barrera the second fight against Morales.
Could have been a factor. In the first fight, Barrera had a cut under his left eye.
Morales working behind the jabs for the first minute of round number 2. Trying to keep Ayala at range. Good sharp punches by Morales there, and the left hook landed flush.
Yep.
Another left hook for Morales. He's improved that punch in the last 6 or 7 fights.
Ayala is doing just what he should do. Keeping Morales near the ropes, with his back near the ropes, where he's not that effective.
But when they get to the center of the ring, Erik starts to deliver again with both hands. Uppercut from Morales.
Great uppercut. As long as he can keep the fight at a distance where he can time Ayala, he'll do very good. But I don't know if he can hold him off it after a certain while. I think that Ayala's going to start penetrating a lot closer than he wants him to.
Ayala was open again for Morales' left hook. Erik missed with the punch. Left hook to the body lands for Morales. Good right hands for Morales.
Is usually very good.
Good counter left hook for Morales.
If he keeps the fight at this distance, he can be very effective.
He looks sharp. He's landing effectively with both hands. Erik Morales has it exactly the way he wants it in the last 2 minutes of round number 2. Hard right hand by Morales. Ayala shows his chin. Not bad.
No, he's got a good chin, but Morales is still a much stiffer puncher.
If they stay near the center of the ring, this could be a big night for Erik Morales.
Morales can win the fight if he keeps him at the center of the ring.
Everything was beautiful. That was a beautiful round. That's it. Keep him in the distance, and he takes all the feints. So you feint him and hit him. You're working beautifully. Don't lower your left hand too much. And you're hitting him real good.
Then you can go to the head, okay? But keep that double jab, okay? As long as you keep the double jab working, he won't be able to throw nothing because he's going to be watching you, okay? Then the next time we're going to change it to the one.
Ayala is a fighter who makes very good modifications in the ring. He's very intelligent. But here we see that it's Morales who has figured out Ayala, and that uppercut with the right hand was a key factor there, because his right hand over his overhand right hand has not been effective.
Well, the great news for Morales, it seems to me, Emmanuel, out of the first 2 rounds, is that he can be effective leading or he can be effective countering.
Yeah, he's fighting. Morales right now is fighting the perfect fight. He's got his respect, and he's keeping the fight at a distance where he can be effective, and Paulie is not effective. And if he can maintain this, he'll win the fight.
So what must Paulie do to change it back?
Paulie's going to have to take a risk to some degree of possibly getting hit and close the gap and keep him in close where he can punch with short punches like that.
Busy. Ayala to the body. And obviously Paulie Ayala aware of the need to throw more punches.
Yes, particularly when he feels the kind of punches that he's blocking on the glove, but he's got to be defensive also.
There's a good right hand by Ayala after Morales dropped his left.
But Morales landed a beautiful right hand right between the center, which is the perfect right hand for a southpaw. Just prior to that.
Look at Morales driving Ayala back with the right hand.
Perfect execution for the fighting the southpaw, to lean in close and then shoot your right hand right between the center.
Good uppercut for Morales. Stunned Ayala.
Good uppercut.
And Morales following up with a left hook. Ayala got in a little counter right, but the difference in power is showing up as we expected it would early on.
Ayala is shooting 22 caliber bullets. Morales is shooting 38s.
And may have a 9mm in his pocket somewhere. Another good uppercut.
Morales is going strictly for a knockout. He has no intentions of going to the limit in this fight and trying to win a decision.
If he can get Ayala to keep eating that uppercut, he may get his knockout.
But you know, if he survives all of this, Ayala's going to be very tough to deal with going down the stretch. Especially in view of the fact that Morales may start swelling up and busting up.
35 fights. Paulie Ayala has never been knocked out. Has been down. For this round, it's been clear Ayala wanted Morales to lead and wanted to try to counter in bunches against him. But Morales continues to be too effective. When you lead and land, it's hard on the counter punches.
Yes, it is.
Letty Ayala, white bob, with a straight face so far. No great look of concern. Get him, baby.
I'm quite sure now that Paulie has a lot of respect.
You gotta be first, okay? That's what we're talking about.
For the punching power,
we got to be first, okay? Danny, give me a little bottle of vodka.
Very important with the left hand to throw combinations, and especially the uppercut.
Paulie Ayala doesn't know where that right hand is coming from. Those uppercuts have been the significant blows in this fight.
Round 3, a spectacular display of power punching accuracy by Morales. By CompuBox numbers, he landed 22 of 33 power shots in the round, 67%. You saw him precisely targeting the uppercut on at least 2 occasions. Harold, how do you have it so far?
Okay, Jim, 30-27.